Some of Georgia's biggest money makers are special events. They include everything from meetings and conventions to sporting events, fairs, festivals. In fact, this summer, Georgia will host the biggest event in the state's history, the 1996 Summer Olympic Games. The Olympics will bring over $5 billion to the economy of Georgia, but whether it's a big event or small, there's a special gathering of visitors in the state of Georgia almost every day. Action, games, excitement, thrills, fashion, video, displays, sports. This is the Super Show, the largest sports product show in the world and Atlanta's largest convention. Over 110,000 people from around the globe come to Atlanta for this 4-day extravaganza. People who own sporting goods stores come here to buy products for their businesses, and this means big bucks for the city. Conventions bring about $3 billion a year to the Georgia economy.
When somebody comes to Atlanta, they buy tickets to whatever they're coming to. They have to have a place to sleep, and they have to eat, and they're going to go shopping, so they're going to spend a lot of dollars. So this is a huge industry, and the economic impact on our community and throughout the state of Georgia is just terrific.
There are lots of reasons why Atlanta has become one of the top convention cities in the country. Hartsfield International Airport can handle travelers from all over the world. And there's plenty to do once you get here. Museums, restaurants, nightclubs, and there's lots of places to stay.
We've got 55,000 hotel rooms in Atlanta, Georgia, and we've got everything from budget-conscious hotels to luxurious hotels. So it really gives you a very, very nice package that you can go out and sell to conventioneers. And that's one of the reasons that Atlanta is one of the top 2 or 3 convention cities in the world today.
When companies take part in a convention like the Super Show, they have to build booths to display their products. So they need wood, paint, carpenters, electricians. They have to rent video screens and sound systems. And most of these things come from Atlanta, bringing millions of dollars to local businesses.
This booth here, on itself the way it is, with all the TVs and the excitement and with the floor, we had players playing on it here, and with that type of entertainment here, and the way the booth is here today, I would say you're looking at over $150,000.
The exhibitors and conventioneers alike have no trouble spending money around the city during their stay.
Bought about $500 cash, all gone, and then of course we spent a lot of money on the hotel as well and everything else in the convention.
I spent a lot of money here for the last 4 days. How much did you spend? A couple $100 on myself.
With the hotel and the restaurants, lunches and all, probably about $1,500.
We're a young company, so first year doing this, and I'd say we at least dropped about 10 grand to be here when it's all said and done.
Conventions aren't the only special events that bring money into Georgia. Sporting events do as well. The Atlanta Motor Speedway brings in about $450 million annually. Baseball always draws a crowd. The economic impact of the Braves is about $203 million a year. The Atlanta Falcons pull in about $93 million. And the Peachtree Road Race, $7 million. Not bad for 1 hour of running. And special events don't just happen in Atlanta. There's the Rose Festival in Thomasville, Georgia's oldest event, a 75-year tradition. The Vidalia Onion Festival celebrates the spring harvest of these world-famous onions. The Antebellum Jubilee in Stone Mountain celebrates Southern heritage. And you can even find a stock show and rodeo in Perry, Georgia.
I'm interested in ordering tickets.
Jack Sias is president of the Renaissance Festival, which runs for several weeks during the spring and fall in Fairburn, Georgia. People come from all over to attend this medieval living history event.
Well, if the sheriff is behind you, the best thing to do is run like the wind, yes?
Visitors can interact with characters, see jousting contests and shows, and even enjoy traditional food. It takes a lot of people to run a large show, and this means jobs for local people.
When the festival is in operation, we have between 600 and 800 people that are working it. Part of that group, of course, are a large cast of characters and stage acts and whatnot. And then everyone from parking lot assistants to working in a food shop, preparing a turkey leg or whatever, adds up to a lot of people.
250,000 people attend the Renaissance Festival. The businesses in town are all affected by visitors spending money, and the festival itself spends millions of dollars in the community each year.
We're buying food that's then prepared and sold. We're buying lumber and nails, and we rent all kinds of different equipment, some of it big tractors and tractor trailers for storage. And we buy, office supplies and supplies for our site and whatnot, so that there are very few local businesses that aren't impacted, and some of them very dramatically.
Now I'm here for the parade. Let the show roll.
A festival can do wonders for a town. Dublin, Georgia is proud of its Irish heritage, and 30 years ago started the annual St. Patrick's Festival. The pulse of this small town beats a little faster during this 2-week celebration. Small businesses like this local jewelry store are busier than usual during the festivities, and manager Gary Mims couldn't be happier.
We see quite a marked increase in business. We see a lot of people coming from out of the community, also from out of town, that come in just for the festival. For example, yesterday we had some people from Ohio who were here visiting relatives for the St. Patrick's Festival. They came in our store and they bought like $700 worth of merchandise, which is really good for an out-of-towner.
It's exciting. The day before St. Patrick's Day, 20,000 people, young and old, crowd the main street of Dublin to watch the parade. People spend money on souvenirs, candy, food, money that goes back into the Dublin economy. Ma Hawkins restaurant, located on the main road, is packed with customers on parade day. The people who work at the festival are volunteers, and all of the money earned goes to various organizations within the community. The American Heart Association, the American Cancer Society, local hospitals, churches, schools. In fact, everyone in town benefits.
Merchants all talk about how good it helps their business, it picks up business. The motels are booked, that sort of thing. The restaurants are filled up. So it's just great, from an economic standpoint. Not to mention the positive impact it has on our citizens coming together, working for a great cause and having a good time.
Some of the St. Patrick's festivals are held at the Dublin Mall, and the people who attend usually end up shopping. There's hardly an empty space in the parking lot during this time of year. Business is good.
A lot of people come to the mall that haven't been before, and yeah, I think the merchants all do much better and, are real happy with the spending that does go on.
So, whether you're attending a festival in a quaint Georgia town or a special event in the bustling city of Atlanta, it all adds up to billions of dollars annually. Over 40 million visitors come to Georgia each year with money to spend, and they keep coming back.
See you next year.
Over 2,000 major meetings and conventions are held in Atlanta each year. That's about 5 meetings a day, every day of the year.